of these teams that we discussed, how many of these teams can legitimately not just go, but win the Super Bowl? I'm going to list the teams, and you tell me if you believe that they can win the Super Bowl. Starting
Okay.
off with the Detroit Lions.
I can see
What do
it.
you think, Riff? You think you
I,
can
c-
see it?
I can see a world.
Can you visualize Jared Goff holding the Lombardi?
Yeah.
Visualize it. Can,
This is
can you
win. Oh, wait,
win?
wait, wait.
Win.
Win.
Oh.
Win.
Win.
Whoa. No. No, no, no. I can't
That's
see
kind
it.
of where I am.
I
If
thought it was get
they
there. I thought it
if
was get
they
there.
get home field advantage, I can see it. I
They
can
still gotta
Lost
go to the
see
Super
last
the
year to
Bowl.
the
world.
Commanders at home.
True. That's a good point. But the defense was in shambles.
Shit, they
It
almost lost
was.
to the
It
Rams at
was.
home.
They did. But their defense was in shambles. And this year, yes, their secondary is banged up, but they're getting healthier. And Aiden is healthy, and he is unbelievable this season. Offense
DPOY.
is, offense is looking back more than ever. Jameer just had his best game of the season. JMO just had his best game of the season. I just feel like the offense as a whole, you could argue, had its best game of the season, unless you want to count that game versus the Bears, which I agree. It was a great performance. But I can see it if everything goes the way that they hope. They get the top spot in their division. They're a 1 or a 2 seed. They have home field advantage for majority of the playoffs. Can I see them winning if they go up against a Baltimore? Can I see them winning if they go up against New England making that far, Buffalo making that far? KC's not the same team. The AFC is vulnerable. If they get to the dance, they can win it. So I'm going to say yes.
I just think
You,
in a run, and I'm sorry to actually I'm not sorry to cut you off, Dels. But
I
I just
apologize for
think
cutting you off. Why can't you
yeah,
respond? Why
but
can't you just be nice?
I didn't like how you did it because I was going crazy and you just jumped in. You know what I'm saying? I cut
I'll
you off
jump in
early.
something.
Yeah, all right. You jump. I just think when you're in the NFC, it takes either a great performance from that quarterback or a great team, like an elite, outstanding team. I don't know if Detroit has that. Examples: Philly last year. Before that, the Niners, elite, outstanding teams. Before that, Philly. Like these were elite, outstanding
Why aren't
teams
Detroit elite?
because I think their secondary is an issue,
It is.
legitimately. I think Jared Goff is not this. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a really good quarterback. I think when he sees pressure, he gets really rattled. I think at times he starts to panic a little bit. He's a little bit of a statue at times too, so that limits his ability to his escapability. Once he's stuck in there, he's stuck in there. And I think for the most part, that defense, that just a team in general, it's been banged up, it's been hurt. It has a little bit of that injury bug where one guy could go down and it's over. I don't know if they're there yet. I think they have a great coaching staff. I think they have a great like stability. I think they have a foundation. I think it's there. I just don't know if they're an elite, outstanding team, especially considering the field. Like I think them Eagles. I'd probably take the Eagles. I think them Rams. I'd take the Rams. I think them in Seattle's a toss up. Them in Tampa toss up. Like they're not like with Philly last year. We were overwhelmingly a more talented team than most, probably 99% of the NFC. It was just Rams had Stafford. That was really it. So I think that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. So, no.
No.
Okay. Next
I
team, let's go on.
told. Hold on. I sorry, I didn't answer. I told Sean I was going to glaze the Lions some more, and this feels like a good opportunity to glaze the
It's
Lions.
a great opportunity.
Listen. Are they one of the favorites to do it? No. There's certainly a tier below. I think Seattle, Eagles, Rams. But the way Aiden Hutchinson's playing, he's a game changer right now. We talked about it in the award show. I know Myles Garrett deserves a ton of love. Aiden Hutchinson should be right there with Myles Garrett in terms of defensive player of the year. That's the level he is playing in terms of pressures. He's not quite there with sacks, but quarterback hits. He's playing at an all-world level. And the secondary, DJ Reed should be healthy. He's not done for the season. Like
Coming
he
back
should be
soon.
coming back, right? This is not someone who's just done and cooked. So if you're going to be getting DJ Reed back with, of course, you got Branch back there. Like I think the defense is good enough. It's still top 10 EPA per play this season. I think the real question is, what does this offense look like, right? You had the change in terms of play caller. Is Dan Campbell going to continue to be the play caller, or are they giving it back to Morton? It feels just a little bit up in the air right now, but it seems like whoever's the play caller, like they put out pretty decent offenses, right? They have some stinkers here and there, like the Minnesota game wasn't great, but their baseline floor is just so high that, yeah, like they could go up against Sam Darnold and Sam Darnold can have a stinker. I'm not going to say much against the Rams and Eagles because those are two of the best teams in
We
football.
played them
But
next week.
what happened to Rams and Eagles go up against each other? You know what I mean? And one of them gets knocked off. So now you know what? So I think there's a world that happens. It's an outside shot, but there's a world.
We play Detroit next week, so that'll tell me everything I need to know.
I'm with you. All right, let's go over to the AFC. Let's start off with a not so strong contender. Let's go with the Chargers. Can they win a Super Bowl?
No.
I agree. Let's go on to the NFC. Can the Buccaneers win a Super Bowl?
No.
I agree. Let's go back to the AFC. Can the New England Patriots win a Super Bowl?
No.
I don't think so. No.
Not this year, at least.
No.
If they go and win a Super Bowl, it's one of the most unbelievable turnarounds and most unlikely turnarounds in recent memory.
It's Eli Manning all over again.
But even still, like, that team was talented. Not that this Patriots team isn't talented. The rush defense is amazing. The defense has some really good players. The offense, Drake May is an MVP candidate. Shout out to Stephon Diggs. The run game, it's not the best. The offensive line's not the best. Secondary, I shout out to Gonzalez. It's not the best.
It'd be a dark horse.
It would be very, very improbable, and I'd be very moved. But I don't think they can win a Super Bowl. Let's go back to the NFC. Can the Packers win a Super Bowl?
I can see it.
I can't. They're too inconsistent.
I can see a world.
I don't know. I want to say no. Right now, what they're doing to Philly defensively is super impressive. They have 0 points, basically about to go into halftime. Holding Philly to 0 is impressive.
Is it?
It's just, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, another day at the office. The Eagles scored 0 points at halftime. That doesn't happen.
Shit, brother.
But it's just the Packers have shown such an ability to be inconsistent. In the same breath, though, like there's not a lot of teams that have been just week in and week out being able to just put belt, right? I think Philly has done it recently, but even still, they had that hiccup against the Giants. Buffalo has had their fair share. Baltimore has had their fair share, given it's been a while because Lamar was out. But right now, Green Bay, the inconsistency week in and week out, the inefficiency in the run game, the defense being good, not great, and then it's Jordan Love in this passing attack. I don't think so. I just don't think it's this team this year. I think they have the makings to be it, but they need Josh Jacobs at 100%, and it's too late now, but you need a weapon at some point, especially with Kraft going down. You really need someone that you could trust in these big-time games, so I would say no.
Can the Chiefs win a Super Bowl?
Of course.
Yes. Yeah. Can the Bills win a Super Bowl?
No.
I don't think so. I
don't think so either.
Yeah, I think defense is too bad. I think they're relying just so much on James Cook and Josh Allen. You could say that for Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry too, but I trust their passing game more than the Bills right now. I trust the Chiefs passing game more than the Bills. So it's just difficult right now with just how inconsistent they could be offensively, really in their passing game. Because I love James Cook. He's been awesome this year. But if you face a defense that could shut them down, they become predictable, they become easier to defend.
Can the Rams win a Super Bowl? Yes. Can the Seahawks win the Super Bowl this year?
This is where it gets interesting. I feel like if I'm saying yes to Detroit, I have to say yes to the Seahawks.
I can see it.
Because I think the question is the same.
No.
I think the question is the same when it comes to quarterbacks, Sam Darnold and Jared Goff. You have 100%. Questions about them. The passing offense for Seattle has been more efficient than Detroit. They've been one of the most efficient pass offenses in NFL history. Their run game has been very, very suspect. That's fair. But defensively, you said it, Drew, they have arguably the best defense in football with one of the best defensive-minded head coaches in football. So, I mean, the way they're playing right now, like if they were entering the playoffs now, right, we don't have another 9 weeks. If this is how they were playing entering the playoffs, I don't know how you could say no.
Do I get where you're coming from? Yes. Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, we both have our questions. 100% fair. The offense has been one of the most efficient. You're not going to convince me that the Seattle Seahawks offense is better than the Lions. I'm not hearing it.
No.
I know that the numbers say that it's the most efficient passing. I'm not hearing it. The rush offense for Detroit clears. It wipes. J-Mo and Monty, give me that every day of the week. And now with the way We get Jameson Williams back integrated into this pass offense. Laporte has been very consistent for them. Amon-Ra, we understand, is one of the best in the game. Do I agree that in big moments, I don't feel the most comfortable in Jared Goff? Absolutely. But I definitely don't feel that way about Darnold. And then now in the playoffs, I get that week to week, you still have the time to game plan and everything. But for playoffs, it becomes a lot more strict. It becomes a lot more refined, and it's gonna be a lot harder with one singular weapon in JSN to go out there and go up against the cream of the crop, especially with the Detroit Lions getting healthier on both their defensive line and in the secondary. It's hard for me to say that Seattle is a better team than the Lions and go all the way to say that they can go ahead and win the Super Bowl. I think the Lions are more talented, top to bottom. They're more complete than they are, but I will give credit where it's due. Defense wins championships. Seattle does have one of the best, if not the best defense in football. And if that is your argument for them that they can win a Super Bowl, then I don't have much to say against it. But the fact that Sam Darnold's their quarterback, and I like what Sam's done this year. I'm not trying to undersell what he's done this year. He's been nothing short of impressive. The team as a whole has been nothing short of impressive. All we should be doing is singing Seattle's praises, which I will be. But Sam has to show it to me in these moments for me to really feel that way.